I wanted to read and write Em's eulogy myself, but I had a feeling when it came to this day, I wouldn't be in a fit state to do so. So this is the second best option. Firstly, I don't want to dwell on the last 2.5 years, other than to reflect on the positives. How close we became. Yes, there were many tears, mostly mine and Rob's, but so much laughter too. We made lovely friends on our journey, and we were guided through the worst of it by an exceptional team, both at Christie's and Manchester Children's. Our consultant JP and our Macmillan Joe always had time for us. Yes, we sat hours and hours in that clinic. Em hated it because we were surrounded by kids. She hated kids, especially noisy, spoilt ones. But when we got into our consultation, we had all the time in the world. We was never rushed. And we was always given information in just a nice manner. The best possible manner. Emily chose to be in on every appointment, and we faced everything together. We were Team Kinsella. Team Kinsella's leader being Emily. Without her strength and courage, we would not have got through it. From day one, she was a warrior. She helped us through so many challenges. There are far too many to list and too upsetting for today. Maybe one day I'll write a book and people will understand more why we use that term warrior. She even kept us and her visiting nurses entertained right up to the end. Obviously, I can't repeat her language. Yes, cancer has taken Emily from us, and that's it now. She's pain and worry free. She's no longer paralysed. She can eat and drink again. Her head is no longer as heavy as a bowling ball on a toothpick. Obviously her words. Like I said, it's taken her from us, but it cannot ever take away our memories of her. They are ours forever. And I won't let it have any more negativity in our lives. Em was named by her big brother, Niall. Her Auntie Em thinks she's named after her, but actually it was a train from Thomas the Tank Engine. Could have been worse. His first choice was Enid, his imaginary friend. Em was a happy baby, believe it or not, blonde hair and blue eyes, and was spoilt rotten by Niall, who called her Baba until she was about 5. He let her win at everything. We kept warning him not to do so, saying he would regret it. And he did. He created a very competitive young lady. She was always very loving. As soon as she could write, I would have post-it notes left everywhere around the house, even on the toilet roll. I'd sit on the toilet and it'd be there. I love you, my angel mum. I was always her angel mum. Little did I know she would be our angel. Before starting school, she spent lots of time with Grandma Rosie Posey and Grandad Adrian. So much so, she had Adrian's southern accent for at least the first year of her life. She developed an obsession with hats from Grandma Joan and a sweet tooth from Grandad Johnny. She enjoyed her time at Godley Primary, literally ran to school every day. Although she didn't enjoy birthday parties or big crowds, she always became upset. She chose to have few friends. Again, never one to be part of a crowd, But once she was your friend, she was loyal, loving, caring and fiercely protective. She had some lovely, long-standing childhood friendships, friends still today with some, particularly notorious Phoebes, who growing up, I've got to admit, wasn't my favourite child to have to tea. We had a few run-ins, but she's grown up into a supportive, caring young lady who I'm proud to call Em's friend. Like most kids, she tried lots of different activities: ballet, gymnastics, basketball, martial arts, shooting, to name a few. She enjoyed most of these, but because they wasn't to Olympic standard, she really didn't take that much interest. Big part of Em's life was her holidays. She loved adventures and trying different things. Though she did spend 2 weeks in a cupboard under the stairs in a Cyprus villa, only coming out to eat and swim. Every day more things would go missing out of the villa. And at the end of the holiday, we couldn't believe the den she had created. It took us hours to put everything back into place. But she was happiest, filthy dirty, climbing trees and building dens. She loved it when we bought a caravan. Not just because she didn't have to wash for a week, but she loved the freedom. We had to take a bike off the roof before we'd even unhook the caravan. She was just away, missing for hours on end, leading her friends Ava and Flynn astray on our many holidays together over the years. She would scour surrounding areas of the campsites and find all sorts of junk. She climbed over a fence into a farmer's field once and stripped off parts of machinery she needed to make a tree lift, which she then tied Flynn, him being the lightest, and hoisted him up into the tree, clinging on to a lethal concoction of materials. There was no health and safety measures taken into account. Even the wrath of Flynn's mum, Elaine, didn't bother her. And she's a Scouse and she scares me. Caravan nights were sitting round the log burner, toasting marshmallows, and looking at the night sky with her dad. Or we rained off, we played dominoes and card games. They were such happy days. We literally outgrew the caravan and progressed to our French gîte holidays, where we met the Welshes at one of Em's favourite places in the world, LMG, which is La Maison Grange. Em and Mills immediately hitting it off. Luckily, it was likewise for us parents too, having similar interests like Ducatis and cocktails. They became our Welshie besties. It was like being in a Gavin and Stacey episode. We had countdown timers for our next holiday or meet up together. Even Niall didn't moan at LMG, probably because the owners, Jane and John, give him copious amounts of beer. We had lovely, relaxed times there. Em and Rob going off canoeing most days, and sometimes the rest of us joining them. You didn't see Em for dust. She knew every inch of that river. She had to be way ahead of us. She was a real show-off in a canoe. Karting was always on the agenda too, where she had literally zero fear. Rob used to ride behind her thinking, she'll break in a minute. She'll break. She will break. And she didn't always break. She had to win. If she wasn't in the top three, she wouldn't go karting again then for another week, sulking. I was always on the sidelines, unable to watch. She did meet a match in the French equivalent of Go Ape on steroids, and just about completed the Black Run. She was told afterwards that not many people did that level, as it was so challenging. But she still went on and did a bungee jump afterwards. Our evening spent playing board games, Niall entertaining us with his one-liners and witty phrases, which we still use today. We were absolutely obsessed with Jenga. The daily game would start, and we wouldn't realise we'd still be playing hours and hours later. We were so intent on getting the Guinness Book of Records, it was so high. She was definitely a daddy's girl. They watched such diverse programmes together. Blackadder, Fawlty Towers, Only Fools and Horses, and took it in turns for movie night. I say took it in turns. Rob always gave in and watched whatever she wanted. I suppose that's the reason she was a daddy's girl. Every horror movie ever made. You watched so much crap. Her obsession with chainsaws and massacres drove us mad. She's a proper film buff. She watched Back to the Future so many times she knew every line in every film and all the songs. She was a Stranger Things addict from the very first episode. Loved anime, particularly JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Real weird stuff she liked. A few weeks ago, we sat cuddled up together on a hospital bed in the lounge and we watched a lovely film when Marnie was here. She told me it was a comedy. It wasn't. We sobbed buckets together. A memory forever in my heart. It will now and always be my favourite film. I call her a daddy's girl, but we had a very special bond. We had an agreement I would never lie to her. But maybe I did withhold some information she really didn't need to know. And I hope she can forgive me for that. We told each other every single day how much we loved each other and had special quiet time, just the two of us, to talk about any worries of the day. I will continue to do that and imagine she's still with me. She tolerated secondary school, but her love for art and anything arty was a passion, and we feel she was naturally gifted, always carrying a sketchbook, which helped with her anxiety. We were so proud that she was shortlisted for BBC Young Artist of the Year, and the BBC were devastated that she couldn't proceed with the programme. Her art teachers at secondary were very supportive, especially Miss Haig, who visited her at home, always bringing her goodies. Additionally, her outfit designs were unique, as was her style, never one to follow trend. And she wanted to be designer amongst other things. This did lead to many arguments, especially before leaving the house, mostly down to the black lipstick and some weird hat that she'd find. Especially ones from charity shops. 99p, and she didn't take it off for a month. She was an amazing baker. Brownies, red velvet cakes were her speciality. She was annoyed she couldn't make cherry scones as good as her grandma's. She loved all the baking people did for her, especially Oscar's Parma Violet cupcakes. It was so much easier having them delivered than Oscar, Meg and Em in my kitchen. Being an adrenaline junkie, one of the best days of her life was hanging off a catamaran in the Atlantic Ocean with Dano at the helm. She absolutely loved that day. She also completed Europe's fastest zip line in Snowdonia with her dad, Niall and Dano. She used to skateboard down West Park, about 100 miles an hour. Her heart was always in her mouth. She just jumped off at the end onto the grass verge because she was rubbish at stopping. She loved a bike and she couldn't wait to get on the back of her dad's R1. Her mecca had to be Alton Towers, in particular the Smiler roller coaster. Throughout their treatments, apparently her and Liam would plan their next intended visit. On a fortnightly consultation, she would ask the same question. When can I go to Alton Towers? She was finally given the go-ahead, and we went the following day on her 16th birthday. I hope now she's on the biggest roller coaster every day with Liam. I'm sorry, I could go on for hours and hours for some reason. I don't want to stop talking about her. She had so many things she loved. Her Auntie Mez the turtle, who was a very bad influence, Auntie Em, Jill Dozer and Sunado, her friend Finn, family games nights, barbecues, fillet steaks, Mum's meat potato pie, Mum's stuffed baked potatoes, Helen's Mars bar cakes, Taylor Swift, Friday night quiz, lamb tikka masala with 2 naan breads. She loved her Auntie Lynn in Spain and laughed at the dozen or so daily texts we get telling her how much we missed and how much she loves us. Her love of cats. I need to confirm I'm not a cat person, yet we have 5 cats. Please see me later if anyone wants one. Her long-standing bickering with Uncle Anthony, with whom she has a unique relationship. She gave him so much stick. He would wind her up, eating her favourite foods out of her goodie drawer, and he endured her lectures from her. She loved his crazy girls, her cousins Izzy and Lily, her cousin Josie, all of which had been with her every step of the way on her journey, each supporting and loving her in their own ways. Josie driving all the way from Poole just to spend quality time with her, and Lily doing live streams and fundraising. She felt overwhelmed with the amount of support in her fundraising efforts, particularly from people that she'd never met. Thoroughly enjoyed her Valentine's ball that Andrea had arranged, which was important to us because we knew she probably wouldn't have a prom. A strange thing to be proud of, I know, but special to me. A little family trait we have, a Malloy family trait. We are all bloody good liars. Em was exceptional. She started early. In infants, I was called in at the end of the day. That dreaded, Mrs. Kinsella, can I have a word? They explained Emily had received special treatment all day, carpet time and cuddles. Everyone made her feel better. Obviously, I asked why. The teacher said, well, because of your dog. I looked puzzled. So she said, your dead dog? I asked, did the dog have a name? She said, yes, Oscar. I said, Oscar is her auntie's dog and it's alive and well. The following week, I was asked for a picture of our foals. Apparently we had a horse called Lady. So proud. Finally, we have to take some comfort that during her short time with us, she not only had the undying love of me, her dad and Niall, and all her family, but a very special friendship with the best friend any girl could have. In fact, Josie once said, everyone should have an Elenia in their lives. They were born months apart and been together ever since. Holidays, climbing Snowdon, walking every square inch of the Peak District, concerts, Harry Potter World, snuggling up watching stupid films. Having their own friendship groups at school did not detract from their closeness, and Elle has shown great strength, love, understanding and maturity, treating Emily with love and compassion right to the very end. Elle, she could not have done this without you. She was proud of how clever you are, how beautiful you are, and you chose her to be your best friend. You will always continue to be a member of our family. We love you dearly. Now is the hard bit. We've loved her. We've had her at her best. We've nursed her through her worst. All with her help. And I will be honest, going on without her is the hardest thing we'll ever have to do in our entire life. And we miss her so much it physically hurts. We can give her all the titles. We can call her warrior princess. But it's still our baby girl and she's gone. We pray she's at peace. We pray she is happy. And we pray to see her again. Brad, please keep her safe and happy. Keep eating those jam and Nutella sandwiches. And please, for the love of God, don't let her near a skateboard. We love you, Emily. And hope to see you again soon, baby.
There I was again tonight, forcing laughter, faking smiles, same old tired, lonely place. Walls of insincerity, shifting eyes and vacancy, vanished when I saw your face. All I can say is it was enchanting to meet you. Your eyes whispered, have we met? Across the room, your silhouette starts to make its way to me. The playful conversation starts, counter all your quick remarks like passing notes in secrecy. And it was enchanting to meet you. All I can say is I was enchanted to meet you. This night is sparkling, it to me.